Oh, little dog. Can't even see him, but he's there. All right. Oh, blessed be, blessed March blessings. Welcome to your practice. So let's begin by just turning your palms up, let them rest, sit comfortably, sit on a blanket if you need to. Your bolster heart's yawning already. Yeah. Every time we begin this class, he always starts with a yawn.
It's a long day Monday for me.
I know. All right, so just let your eyes gently close. Just taking a few moments in your quiet space. And we'll just start with a gentle energy release here. So with your eyes still closed, your chin dropping, as you inhale, you're just going to lift your arms up, and then we're just going to come maybe above your head. Then you'll turn your palms to face down, and as you exhale, just bring the hands back down. And they might just continue to do this in front of you. You might move to the sides, wherever you want to go. You could have one hand in the front and one hand kind of descend down the back of you. Just feel that you are tapping into the energy of your breath, the energy of how you're feeling, the energy of your space. And let's just do one last one, almost just, freeing, freshening, cleansing. And as you exhale this time, bring the hands together, let them come down to rest in front of your heart space. And once you're here, you might inhale and re-lengthen. And as you exhale, rebow your chin with great reverence for all that you are. And from here, we'll take a nice big breath in and breathe out. And let's do that one more time. Good. And we'll open practice and chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Bowing your chin, placing your hands on your knees, lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, so we'll start on your backs, and if you want to put down like a nice soft something, even just a blanket to lie on, and bring something to support your head, and that could be your bolster or a folded blanket. And let's also have the blocks nearby so you don't have to look for them, so you know where they are. So you have something, maybe if you need soft cushioning to lie on, place that, something for underneath your head. I'm just going to use my bolster and have your blocks handy. Great. Okay. And then once you come to lie down, and just taking a few moments, just receive the earth beneath you. You can check in. You want to take that prop out from under your head for a few moments, or, for the whole time, that's fine too. Just be here. Feel your back, your shoulders. Let your arms rest as if you're in Shavasana. And then your legs, my legs are bent. They're going to stay bent, but yours can be however you like. And take a nice big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Inhale. And as you exhale, we'll just turn the head to the right. And just let the head rest there. So you can actually pick it up and place it down, so you can go a little deeper if you like. Good. And we'll just breathe here. Allow the left side of your body to just be heavy. Listen to the sound of your breath. Nice. We'll take one more breath. And then just staying exactly as you are. You'll just take your right arm all the way across to the left side of your neck, left side of your shoulder, top of your shoulder, whatever, front of your chest here. Just massaging this left side, or even just resting your hand on the left side. So whatever feels right for you, just let it be soft. So the mushing can be maybe more, you might give a little bit more pressure, but otherwise allowing the head to be heavy, the left side to be heavy. And then, keep massaging if you wish, or now just resting your right hand somewhere on your left side. And so you have your right hand, let's say mine is like resting kind of on the front of the shoulder here. And I'm going to keep the head turning. Just take your left hand now up and over and rest your left hand on your right arm. So the arms are crossed right over your chest. And then as you inhale, bring your head to center, and you can adjust your arms. You might cross them over more or less, so you might even cross them over so much the elbows are right in the center of your chest and your hands are resting on the outsides or the sides of your ribs or the sides of your shoulders here. And just gently draw the elbows down. Open your jaw, like open your mouth a little bit, let the jaw rest. Allow the weight of your arms to just draw the chest down slightly. Notice if you're clenching in your glutes, in your feet. And then open your arms and just take them back. Maybe they're going to go out like a T, or they might go down a little bit. Just drop in and breathe. And take a full inhale. And as you exhale, turn your head gently to the left. You might even pick it up and make it a little bit deeper. And then just be here. Breathe. Allow the right side to drop. Jaw relaxed. And now keeping everything as it is and taking your left arm all the way over and just giving this right side a massage, a little love, maybe into the front of the chest, anywhere here. It's, where you need it and where you want to need it. Good. Okay. And then we'll just let that left hand rest here on the front of the chest or the right side of your chest. Head still turned. And now taking that right arm all the way over, just keeping the head turned, finding a place here. And then bringing your head back to center. Cross your arms a little, wherever works for you. So you might have elbow over elbow. Just feel like, does this feel like the same side? Maybe I switch it and put the other arm on top. But don't overthink it. It's really going to be okay. And then just press the elbows or your arms into your chest for a moment. Again, not taking any tension into the back of the head, the back of the neck, back of your heart. And then just opening your arms back out, maybe to a T or down, whatever you need. Okay, stay here. If your legs are straight, bend them, place your feet on the floor. Heel toe your feet a little wider than maybe hip distance. As you exhale, drop your knees now to the right. And then, you're not going to turn your head as much to the left, but let it just casually turn to the left. Not so much that you're going to bring in any extra strain, just enough that you feel, okay, there's something happening. Soften your eyes, your third eye. And inhale fully. And use the exhalation to bring the knees back up, the head to center. Pause here, full breath in, full breath out. And then you'll inhale, dropping your knees now to the left. And just feel what that is, be here. And as you exhale, you just let your head just casually drop to the right. Softening your eyes. Feel your breath. Let it do the work. Good. And the full breath in. Use the exhale to bring everything back up. And then just pause here. Good. Okay, so we're going to bring the right knee into the chest. We're going to keep the left leg bent, but I am going to give you a chance to stretch it straight. So if you want to just make sure you have enough room to do that and just reorganize yourself. And then with the knees bent, feet on the floor, we'll bring the right knee into your chest, interlace your fingers, and just hug it in. You can add a little bit of flexion into the right foot. Ooh, I'm going to change that. Stay here. Let's do this. As you inhale, you draw the knee in, flex the foot. And as you exhale, you let that just casually move away from you without letting the arms let go. And let the foot point. And then just do that a few times. So you flex the foot, draw it in, point the foot, let it release away from you without releasing the hands. Just do this a few times. Just until it becomes like, oh yeah, this is so natural. So I feel like that might be 3 more. Good. Okay, so I'm on the last one. So you are too. And let the leg come away, point your foot, and then just press this shin or knee into the hands, like just find maximum push away without releasing the hands. Soften behind your shoulders. Is that touching your heart?
Yeah,
A little bit.
Feel
Okay.
it.
All right, and then soften this, and we're just going to release the hands. Place the right heel on top of your left thigh. And you might have the whole foot on your left leg, or it might just be the heel. And then we're just going to connect. You're just going to push foot into thigh and thigh into foot. Just let that all happen. Like you just press it all together. You can keep your hands on your knees if you like. You can take your arms out to the side. Just keep pressing. One more. Big press, smile. And then we're going to release. Let's just maybe stretch the legs out if you like, or you can just windshield wiper to release that. I'm just going to be here. Good. Okay, I'm going to take this bolster out from the head just for a few moments. So you just take your hands, just slide it out. You can extend your arms over your head. The hands might rest on the bolster, on the blanket, whatever you had there. And then just stay here elongated. You don't have to work it at all, just let it be. And as you exhale, turn your head to the right. And you might even lift it up, turn it, so you can get more of so I'm just lifting, bringing more of the right ear to the floor. If the arms need to move from overhead, then please do that. You let your legs relax. Soften your jaw, your head, your eyes. Good. Let's take maybe 2 more breaths, just full inhale and then exhale to drop you in. Let the head be so heavy here. And then inhale, come back to center. Okay, now take a big stretch. Just reach your arms. You can wiggle your fingers, flex your feet, wiggle your toes if you like, or you roll your ankles, whatever you want to do. Just stretch, 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 and then relax. And I'm going to keep my arms over the head. Hands are resting on the bolster, but my elbows are bent a little bit. It's nothing, not working it too hard at all. And then inhale. And as you exhale, let the head now turn to the left. You can even pick it up again, bring more of the ear to the floor if that's okay. And then do nothing, just breathe, soften into it, allow the head, the ear, everything to be so heavy. And then you're going to notice if the right side is, right shoulder, side of your neck is gripping at all. Drop in, release what you can, drop it off. Bring your head back to center. And I'm going to take this bolster back underneath my head, but really it's yogi's choice here. And then we'll bend the knees, feet to the floor. Pause here, just let your arms rest. Full breath in and out. Okay, we're going to do the left leg. I feel I'm going to take a little intermission before we do the second side. So feel your feet on the floor. Just lift your hips up, even just a little bit. They don't need to come up super high. It might just be a little bit. And then sway your little hammock hips side to side. So you swing them over, lift the opposite, or one hip, the hip that's you're swinging to. Good. Okay, and then just let your buttocks hang. So you're not on the floor, you're using your feet. You're not taking anything extra into your shoulders, your head, you're smiling. Soften your glutes. Let them hang. You can do that. I'm going to take one more breath and then slowly lower down. And once you get down, then widen the stance of your feet. Let's just come to windshield wiper, just to move everything around a little bit. Just drop your knees side to side. Let that be. Good. Okay, do one more side to side. And then bring the knees up. Find your stance, whatever that is for you. We're going to bring the left knee in, change the interlace of the fingers, hug it in, and then remember that little dance we did with the foot. So as you inhale, you flex your foot, bring the thigh in, and as you release it, without letting go of your hands, point your foot. So it can be very slow, right? There's something, we used to call it, I'm just remembering one particular class at Red Deer Lake, and I know Grant and I shared this moment where like, slow down. When you move slow, slow flow, you have to feel everything that's happening. Okay, so I'm just going to do one last one of bringing this leg in, flexing the foot, letting it go, smile, soften your face. Good. Okay, and then let this thigh just kind of rest wherever it's going to. So you can take your hands away. Place the heel onto your right thigh or the sole of the foot, maybe the sole foot, whichever one. Let your arms rest. Okay, now we're going to engage. The work is in keeping everything from, like, let's say the ribs up, so relaxed, like you're not doing anything. Now start to press foot and thigh against each other. Smile, soften behind your shoulders, your head, keep your hands relaxed, keep active engagement between thigh and foot or thigh and heel. Keep breathing. Don't let it affect anything. Good. And then relax. You can set that foot off. You can stretch your legs out. And then once again, I'll just take this bolster out from behind my head. This time as I stretch my arms, I'm going to put the bolster on top of the hands or on top of the forearms. Okay? If that's too much for your shoulders, then, be kind and loving. Hart said to me, he's like, I did something to my shoulders. I know I was pushing too hard. And like, that's generally what happens. And sometimes that has to happen because that's how we kind of learn our edges. Then he said to me, but I'm going to enjoy the process of figuring it out.
Not quite there yet.
No, but that's okay. So just breathing here. Okay, so wherever you placed your hands, let's just open the hands so wide. Stretch your fingers. You know, you might lengthen through the arms, but maybe that's not a good place for you today, so that's okay. You know, just get the hands really active. Breathe. Soften behind your heart, even as you keep those active hands. And soften your third eye, your eyes. Let's take one more breath with active hands. And then you can relax. Maybe you bring the bolster back underneath the head and the arms can just come down by your sides. But if you don't want the bolster under your head, that's all fine. The purpose it's serving here, you know, it's a nice lift. I actually feel, and maybe you do too, the chin really coming into the chest. It's one of the energy locks in the body, chin to chest, but it also enables us to really soften behind the heart and let the shoulders really go. Okay, so now I'm going to keep the legs stretched straight. Bring the right knee into your chest, interlace your fingers. If it's too much with the left leg straight or your body's not ready, just rebend. Okay, and then just hug it in and out. A few times you can add that foot dance if you like. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this thigh in. I'm going to flex the foot. I can walk my hands down the shin, so I'm going to do that. And then as I hug this thigh in, I'm going to let the left leg just relax. I have a little flexion into this right foot. I feel tension in the hip crease. So I just share that with you. You know, if you're feeling discomfort in your hip crease, you've got it. Let your shoulders drop, jaw drop. If you're not feeling discomfort in your hip crease, A-okay. Don't be like, oh, I need to find discomfort. No, it's okay. You're good. Just breathe. Smile. So we're using this, you know, holding this thigh in, building up a little heat right into the hip crease. I'm going to soften through the belly if I can. Shoulders, smiling, softening through the face. Okay, nice, big breath. Maybe add a little more pressure into the hands to hold it. Soften your eyes. Notice if the skin around your eyes is taking any extra tension. Okay, I'm going to do just a few more breaths, adding a little bit of extra tension. Then I relax the shoulders. I'm letting that tension just be in the hands as much as I can. Good. Okay, release. Let the leg come all the way out. You can take your arms back out to the sides or a T, or take the bolster out, extend your arms over your head. Maybe they go underneath the bolster again. Shoulder distance apart for the arms. Let the legs flop. Take nice, big breaths. As if all that energy that is now flowing through the right side of you can be breathed all the way up. Nice full breath in all the way up. Full breath out all the way down. And do one more nice big full breath. Full exhale. And then just normal breath. Just normal, do nothing. Okay. So I'm going to bring the bolster back underneath the head. And then left knee is coming in. Change the interlace of your fingers. Okay, find this place here. You can add the foot, just hug it in and out. Adjust for yourself. I didn't say this on, I said bend your knee if you need to. You can also put a blanket underneath the right knee if that's going to feel better. So that's the joy of being at home. You have everything you need. Okay, so be here, and then you're going to find that place. Where can you hug it in? And I didn't say this on the other side either, but if your thigh is really far away from you, how lucky are you? You don't have to go that far to find something, but you can even take a blanket and just put it between thigh and belly. Oh, you know what? We're just going to do that next. Stay here. Hold that in. Soften your shoulders, your eyes. Breathe. And then you find that place, a little bit of discomfort in the hip crease. Soften your right leg as much as it wants. It could just flop right out. And then you scan yourself. Are you bringing extra tension into your shoulders, into your jaw, your eyes, the back of your head? If you put a big smile, all that stuff I just mentioned is going to just soften on its own. Add a little more here. Pull it in a little more. But breathe like you're doing nothing. Okay, release. Let the leg come out. Again, take the bolster out. Stretch your arms over your head if that's good. And just allow, you can just, don't need any effort here. Just allow the breath, with the arms over the head, lying on the floor like this. Everything is being, offered this breath to the sides of your ribs. Find that nice full breathing. Even a noisy full inhale through the mouth, through the nose. And the exhale all the way out. Just follow that fullness of breath. 1 or 2 more rounds. And then just dropping into normal breath, few breaths, just so you just do nothing, just be here. Good, okay. Bring the bolster back under your head if you like it. I didn't say to grab a blanket, but now you're going to grab a blanket. I don't need to sit up for this. I'm just going to take my blanket and just kind of roll it up, and you're going to decide how big it's going to be. So I'm just going to place that blanket on my right hip, because it's going to be there to grab the thigh when we bring it in. So you'll kind of see. You can even play now and go, oh, is this too much? Maybe I need a strap too, or maybe I'm going to hold behind the thigh. Maybe I want less blanket, more blanket. So I'll give you a moment. And then once you've kind of figured it out for yourself, then we're just going to drop in. So you play with it. I don't know if it's going to help heart shoulder, but it's sure going to help all of our digestion, breath, passageway, low back, all of this good stuff is going to get massaged here. Okay, so find that place where you can really hug this in. So you feel, it might not be as intense, it might be more intense than what we just did. Let the shoulders drop, jaw drop, eyes drop, head resting into your support. I'm just going to add, not a full turn. I'm just going to let my head drop gently to the left, just a little bit, even if it's just whatever it is. Just a little bit over there. You can add flexion into the right foot. Maybe you add a point. Just explore. 1 more breath. Okay, release. Just let that blanket be. You can take the prop out, extend yourself long again. This time I'm going to bring my hands right together so the thumbs are touching. But you find that place where your shoulders are happy. If that's not it, find that big full breath. I'm just making mine very noisy and full, and you could do that too. You know, you're riding the waves of your breath, and then I'll just release the long breath, come back to normal breath. As a way of just letting everything really sink into the floor, into that release. Oh, you know, I was going to massage our feet at the beginning. I'm like, oh, I have different things planned. That's what happens. Now my toes are cold. So we're going to do the other side, then we'll do it. But before we do that, what reminded me of that is to feel into the right side and the left side and the difference between the two before we switch. That's what reminded me of massaging our feet. So now, and that they're cold. Take your blanket, move it over to the left side. You can pull that bolster back underneath your head. And then take a moment again and just adjust. You know, two sides could be very different. Oh, yeah, this is it. Okay. So you feel, you know, where you want to hold on, if you need your strap or even, you know, a shawl, a scarf. But you want to find, you can adjust the blanket. Find that place where you feel there's a pressure, but it's so good. And you can smile. And then releasing everything you can to just let the hands drawing that leg in. Maybe the leg itself is drawing in. And then once you're settled and you feel, okay, I'm here, you know, the right leg can be so relaxed. You'll let the head just turn very gently to the right, even a little bit, a micromillimeter. Unless that doesn't feel good, then don't do it. Okay, so I'm just going to add more pressure, really draw that in. I'm using the leg itself too. And then I want to soften the shoulders, the face, the breath, and then release. So you bring the head back, let the arms come out. You can put that blanket right in the center of your tummy. And then again, maybe you take your arms, stretch them out, place the bolster on top of your hands or your forearms. And if you can bring the thumbs to touch, great. And then just breathe. Let your legs flop. Find that, you know, exaggerated full breath. Okay, and then find just normal breath. Let yourself rest here. So if you're holding any, you know, tension in your arms, your face, and then I'll bring that bolster back into place and let the arms just come rest by your sides. Just feel how that is for you. Okay. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. And I'm looking at my socks, but I think I'm just going to take this blanket that I have on my tummy and just use that and just cover my feet, and we'll just stay as we are. Okay, grab your blocks. And so we'll start with, oh, actually, I'm going to change the bolster. Okay, so you have your blocks and you've warmed up your feet, but now I'm going to have you roll over to your side anyway, because, okay, Joe, come on up, take your bolster. We're going to turn it sideways. So if you want to put your socks on now, you can do that because now we're up anyway. And then we're going to come to lie over the bolster. Just give the feet a little rub. Just a little love. Hi, feet. I love you. Okay, so I'm too high. If you don't have a bolster, no problem. Just grab, you know, some cushions off your couch would be great, or a couple of folded blankets will work too, just so you have your chest lifted. Okay, now we'll take the blocks and we're going to just take maybe one block And you'll just place that under your sacrum. And we did this in yesterday's class if you were here. And we started, you can go on the bottom height, see how that is for you. Maybe you want to go second height. The higher you go, the less likely you need a prop under your head. And if you want to go to the highest height, well, yogi's choice here, whichever one you like. So take your time. If this is new to you, then start on the lowest height of your block. And it goes on the bones of your sacrum. So it's not up by your spine, or it's closer to crack. That's where it goes. That's the truth. So you kind of find your place there. And then let your arms rest in a comfortable way. So we are also getting shoulder, opening here, chest opening. So if your arms need to come down, it's too much, you find it. If you want more, take your arms maybe in line with your shoulders or a little above. And we'll just drop in here and breathe. Okay, so feel that the heart space is supported, it can rest. The head is supported, it can rest. And feel this energy lock. Your chin is coming into or the chest is coming to the chin is more likely what's happening. No matter what height you're on, we still have this little bit of coming in. Of course it gets more pronounced the higher we go, but it's all fine. Just breathe here. Notice any tension you're holding. Okay. So we're going to start with a gentle windshield wiper. So it's not all the way, and depending on how high you put your block, it's going to determine how much you can rock your knees side to side. So you can keep the soles of the feet on the floor. You can go very slow here. Just finding a little bit of, space and opening through the sides of the waist. Good. Okay. And then we'll come to center. Okay, if you're on the highest height, you're going to lower down now to the second height. If you're second or baby height, you stay exactly as you are. Good. Okay, take a few breaths. Let everything, feel the props come in. You're going to heel toe your feet a little closer together. And we're going to take the right foot on top of the left thigh. And it might be the whole foot, and it might just be the heel. Okay. And then find a little bit of pressure into heel and thigh, just a little bit. Now soften everything from that's on the bolster and above. Okay. Okay. Keep everything, but release the pressure. Cross the ankle now over the thigh, like we do when we thread the needle. So you have the left foot on the floor, and the right ankle is just crossing over the knee. And we're just going to sway this knee. You're just going to move the knee up and down. Okay, so we also have the block massaging the sacrum, low back. If you need to take the block down lower, do that. So it's not a big movement. Good. Okay, and then just come to rest in this shape. Let's take one more breath. Okay, and then you'll release. Set the right foot on the floor. Good. Take your hands to your block. We're going to take the block out. But if you're on the second height, go to the baby height first, lowest height first. And if you're on the lowest height, just go ahead and take it out. And then just be here. If you want to stretch your legs out, you can. If you want a windshield wiper with all this freedom, go for it. Either one, just give you a few moments. Just decide what's right for you. In my house, Hearts has his legs stretched out and I'm windshield wipering. And they're both excellent. So whatever you're doing is great. Good. Okay. Okay, find your block. Find that whatever height you want to go on to do that. The same thing on the second side. So find what's right for you. And then bring your feet a little closer together. And we'll take the left ankle, left heel, or left sole of the foot on top of the right thigh. Then soften everything, smile, and begin to find a little bit of pressure. Notice, I notice as soon as I do that, one hand wants to kind of kick in. Notice for yourself, are the shoulders taking undue tension? As you focus on softening, do you lose that connection of the foot, the thigh? So work it here with your powers of awareness. And then let all that pressure go. Left ankle is going to cross over the right thigh or the right, front of the knee there, any place there. Breathe here, adjust your foot if the right foot needs to walk out or in. And then when you're ready, you'll start again by just moving this left knee down and up, just waving it. Feel for yourself, maybe you need to hang out in one place or the other. Are you breathing? Are you smiling? Good. Okay, and then we're just going to let that leg just hang. So you stay as you are. Breathe. Okay, and then release. Set the foot on the floor. We're going to take the block out. If you're on the second height, go to the lowest height for a breath or two. Yeah, and then we'll take the block all the way out. And again, here, yogi's choice. Legs stretch straight or windshield wiper. Just let this be. Good. And then we'll just rest in here. You can even widen your feet. If the feet are bent, widen them, let the knees come together. And come to that exaggerated breath, that full inhale all the way up. Full exhale. Good. Okay. And then normal breathing. We're going to come off the bolster. So you roll to one side and you'll press yourself up just enough so you can take the bolster out. I'm going to use it again. I'll keep this blanket here for underneath my head. And then we're going to move into Supta Baddha Konasana. So I'll take this bolster. I'm going to put it on the floor between the hips and the heels. And then I can bring the soles of the feet together, drop the knees out. If that doesn't work for you, let me see. Blocks on bolster. Yeah, you can use your blocks. You can also put blankets underneath so that you don't really want to feel so much pulling in your inner thighs. And if you need another blanket to cover yourself here, do that. And you can also put the block under your head here. If you really dug all of that with the head having this really nice big lift, then bring it in here by all means. Good. Okay. So soles of the feet are together as best as you can, but you don't have to force it. If they come away, it's fine. If it's better for you to not have them touching, fine. Even better than fine. But you taking care of you. That's the goal. So just let everything be heavy here. Feel yourself resting on the floor. Okay. So I'm going to add one more little shoulder thing. And I'm going to, from the waist down, everything's going to stay the same unless you need to adjust. But from here, I'm going to take both arms, just lift them up to the sky so the palms face each other. Then you're going to take your left arm in front of your right, so the elbows cross. And then yogi's choice. You either bring your hands together into these Garudasana arms, or you just hold on to your elbows, your shoulders. You can't hold your elbows. Hold your shoulders, or you maybe hold just your, the thumb. But you don't have to go that deep. You can even let your hands maybe rest on your forehead. Just find it, but the arms are crossing here. If this works, everyone's dealing with their own stuff. So be kind, and then just start to like you're giving yourself a little, oh, it's been so long since I've seen you. Just rock a little bit over to the right, and a little bit over to the left. And you'll, be curious. So you can move these arms anyway. Okay, we're just gonna do one more breath. I'm starting to like lift my elbows up just to be curious. And then release. Take the arms out and just drop in again, do nothing. Okay, so it's not going to be perfect, you're modifying. You're just taking the idea of the shape and playing with it, using it to open up the backs of the shoulder blades. Okay, so we take the arms straight up to the sky. This time we'll put the right arm over the left. I'm pretty sure that's the opposite. Okay, I'm going to hold hands because I can. But if you can't, hold on to your shoulders. It's good work. Or just cross the elbows and don't hold hands. And move your elbows around, move your arms around. We're just getting into, these shoulder blades. Rolling a little bit from side to side, moving your arms in this way. I'm just rolling to the side just to show you can hold on to your thumb, or you don't even have to hold on. And just be here with whatever this is. We'll just take maybe that's it. We inhale and exhale, release. Just let them come out, and hopefully that is a release. Good. Okay, soften. Good. Okay, soften all the way down. The pelvic floor, feel your whole back resting, your wings spread out, resting on the floor, on the earth. Feel the back of your head, and imagine all your sensory stuff, your eyes, your ears, your taste, your smell, everything in your head can just melt and release. Spread out. Okay. Good. So from here, friends, we're just going to bring the knees up, and then you can step your feet right on your bolster. That might feel great, and you might just want to stay there for a little bit. You might rest your hands on your tummy, or you might bring both knees into your chest. And this is, I've tucked my chin in. If you have a block under your head, great. If you have a high blanket, great. Then, that's probably going to be very helpful. So be wherever you need to be right now. Just honor yourself. I'm just drawing these knees in and out, and I'm going to start to circle them. So even if you have your feet on the floor, just wave your knees side to side, or just start to make little circles with your knees. You could hold them as you circle them, or if you prefer bigger circles, then the arms will just come to rest on the floor. So whichever one, just circling, and then reversing. This circling, if you're waving side to side, you might just hang out. We're going to take this to a lying down twist. So you have your bolster here. You might pull it over to the right side if you like a support. And then we'll let the knees now drop over to the right. They could also just go right to the floor, and maybe you don't even need that prop. Okay. Here's the thing. As we open the arms, we're going to let the head just gently turn to the left, not forcing it to do anything more than it wants to. And you're just going to let that left shoulder be so heavy. And then I'm going to give this instruction, which is like an oxymoron, because it can go either way. You might want to lift your left side of your chest and draw the shoulder blade in. And you might also want to lift the left side of your chest and extend that left arm away from you more. So just kind of see what feels better. What brings that left side down? Now that's where the prop under the knees sometimes helps to bring that left shoulder down. Okay, come back to that big, full breathing we've been doing. As if you could send the breath into your entire left side. So maybe do 1 or 2 more breaths like that. And then just return to normal breath. Feel all the senses, everything in the head just relaxing, spreading out. Just following the feeling of the breath and of the body. And start to bring your head maybe all the way to the right. And then roll onto your back. You can walk your feet over. You'll bring your knees back into your chest. If you use the bolster, now you could slide it across your body. Just roll it over. Take it to the other side. Okay. And then as you're ready, I'm going to bring my knees in first. And then open the arms. And I'll drop the knees over to the left. And then, take your time once again. Put your prop in. Maybe it's going to go between the knees, maybe underneath the left knee, maybe nowhere. Good. Just feeling, what do you need? What can you drop into? As you let your head just very gently turn to the right. And then just feeling into your right shoulder. It's lifted off the floor. Add, a prop underneath the right shoulder or a higher prop underneath your knees. And then decide, maybe you want to adjust the placement of the shoulder, like by drawing it in. Maybe that's good for you, or you want to send it out. Maybe that's better. So we just kind of are discovering, how can I nurture, nourish, and love myself so well right here in this moment. And then sending that loving, full breathing power into the fullness of you. Okay. I'm just going to do 2 more full exaggerated breaths like that. And then we'll drop it into just normal, relaxed breathing and receiving. And then bringing your head back first and maybe even turning it all the way to the left. And then as you're ready, bring yourself back onto your back. Good. You might hug your knees in for a moment or 2. They could even go wide. Maybe it's a happy baby. Whatever you'd like here. We're going to move into Shavasana. This is always that place where you can play a little bit. Maybe you be a happy baby and just feel, what it is you need. So I'm just drawing my legs up in the air over my head just for fun. And then we'll settle into Shavasana. If you like legs up the wall, friend, then, how often are you here? So take your time and you either go legs up the wall. I'm going to put this bolster underneath the calves and the knees. And I'll just keep this blanket I have here for my head. I'm going to turn it though. So I'll have the flat side away from me. And then, actually, I'll just show this. You might already be in your Shavasana, but I'm just going to make a little half roll on this blanket. And then I'll let my neck rest here and my head rest here. So like that. It's not that important. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It is important. the way we set ourselves up for Shavasana matters because we want to be comfortable and warm. And, even though we're not going to do super long Shavasana tonight, it will be long enough. And we want to be happy and to let ourselves really rest into our own stillness, the work that we've done, everything we've offered ourselves. So let your hands be relaxed. Just incorporating all that work you did this entire practice of flowing your awareness into places of tension. And for me, that image of letting everything just spill out, surround me and hold me, all the senses, everything, the stresses, the tensions, everything you carry. And just let it go here. And for these few moments, let yourself be so quiet, as best as you can. Shavasana. And scanning your body. Any place you're still holding tension. Choosing to stay in your lying down restful position for as long as you like. We're beginning to make little movements if you're ready to gently awaken. Taking your time as you make your way to resting on your side before you come to sit up. So as you come upright, just taking a few moments in your seated posture to just be quiet and to savor your quiet. Just tuning into how you are feeling into the energy surrounding you, and to how you are feeling right now at this moment. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart as you're ready. And on your inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale your breath here. And feel free to keep your eyes closed or let them just gently open, resting on the floor. We'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. And take a full breath in. Breathe it into your hands. Catch your breath. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. Offer yourself all your good energy. And we'll offer that out and out and out. Good. With great love. Thank you so much, friends, for being here. Happy yoga. And may you have a very restful rest of your evening. So much love.